The human body is an enigmatic creation of the Creator. Different types of cells, which are the fundamental units of life, make up every aspect of the human body. The human body is made up of different types of bones which construct the skeleton, giving firmness and shape to the body. Despite of the fact that at the time of birth, a human being is usually born with 300 bones, when we age with time, this drops down to 206. The most significant factor in the production of these bones is calcium. Humankind have been attempting to fulfill their body's calcium requirements proactively and also through various passive manners since the prehistoric era. People's dietary habits, such as eating from natural sources and living patterns including exposure to adequate amount of sunlight and regular activity, have played a pivotal role in fulfilling the body's calcium demands since the dawn of human civilization. Conversely, as the human race evolved, upgraded and modernized, our dietary habits and lifestyles progressively transformed, culminating in preference for processed foods over natural foods in our daily diet. As a consequence, the quality of food is declining expeditiously. Furthermore, physical activity and sunlight exposure have been considerably diminished, leading to severe calcium deficiency. In Bangladesh, calcium deficiency occurs in almost 70% of the total population. On an average, an adult individual must intake calcium within a range of 800 to 1300 milligrams per day. However, this quantity is not sufficient for postmenopausal women and men over the age of 50, as their body demand for calcium increases from 1200 to 1500 milligrams. Especially after menstruation and throughout pregnancy, women's calcium requirement upsurges substantially. The foods that are commonly seen on the diet lists of Bangladeshis provide only 426 to 512 milligrams of calcium per day. Supplemental calcium is therefore the most effective method of meeting the human body's day-to-day calcium needs. Traditional rock-based calcium was the starting point of the quest for the finest supplementary alternative. It does, however, have a number of drawbacks. For instance, the absorption rate of rock-based calcium is just 31%, which indicates that only 155 milligrams of calcium can be obtained from a 500 milligram rock-based calcium tablet. In addition, this calcium induces indigestion as a result of digestive issues, the most prevalent of which is constipation. Afterwards, calcium from coral source entered the market, which, like the previous one, has notable limitations, such as a 69% absorption rate, implying that only 345 milligrams of calcium may be acquired from a 500 milligram coral-based calcium tablet. It also contains additional heavy metals including lead and mercury. As a direct consequence, long-term use of this calcium raises the chance of neuronal damage, which might be hazardous to the mother and baby in the near future if administered during pregnancy. Then, there's algae-based calcium, which has a 75% absorption rate, implying that only 375 milligrams of calcium can be obtained from a 500 milligram algae-based calcium supplement. There are also a number of additional drawbacks to calcium from this source, including the presence of lethal amounts of lead, poor calcium digestion, and so forth. And so, the hunt for a superior calcium source continues. Ultimately, the calcium source is discovered, and that is from eggshell. For the first time in Bangladesh, Beacon Pharmaceuticals Limited has introduced the world's latest and most advanced innovation in calcium preparation. Calcium obtained from eggshell with the name Ovocal D. Ovocal D is the preparation of 500 milligrams of calcium from eggshell source and vitamin D3 200 IU. Ovocal D is the first and only organic calcium in Bangladesh, with some unique features that make it more acceptable than other conventional calcium preparations. The raw material of Ovocal D is of a European source imported from Spain. Ovocal D is derived from organic sources and it is free from any heavy metals, which ensures maximum safety and efficacy. Ovocal D contains porous organic structure which is 98% digestible, so there is no discomfort in the stomach and there is no possibility of constipation. Ovocal D contains soluble transport proteins. This ensures 90% absorption rate, for which 500 mg tablets obtained from this source provide 450 mg of calcium. In addition, due to the presence of vitamin D3, maximum calcium is supplied to the bones, which helps in strong bone formation. Ovocal D also includes naturally occurring strontium, a rare bone anabolic agent that aids in the restoration of bone mineral density. Beacon Pharmaceuticals Limited never compromises with the quality of their products. In accordance with the British Pharmacopoeia, Ovocal D exceeds to all the parameters required in an ideal calcium tablet. This is assured by the quality certification obtained from the Texas Tech University, United States of America. Furthermore, with eggshell calcium and accessible other calcium source in Bangladesh such as rock source calcium, coral source calcium and algae source calcium, an in vitro clinical study has been conducted. Study results demonstrated that maximum calcium from rock source takes 120 minutes to absorb into the blood, calcium from coral source 60 minutes, calcium from algae source 30 minutes, whereas calcium from eggshell ensures maximum calcium absorption just within 15 minutes and provides maximum calcium supply to the bone cells for making strong bones. Ovocal DX, a tablet composition containing 600 mg of calcium and 400 IU of vitamin D3, is also available to address the growing need for calcium among patients. Ovocal D and Ovocal DX, the premium calcium preparations of Bangladesh.